Good morning, YouTubers. It is Saturday morning. Well, actually, it's almost 11 o'clock. But I hadn't found a new place to go camp yet. So I'm going to make another video on refurbishing something here. So I'm going to finish up this lantern here. Excuse the hand in the way. We're going to get this thing in focus and leveled up. Alright, that's that old 79 lantern fella gave me, and seen I did get it fired up on the last video, but you see all that rust and all that junk on this thing. So I'm gonna take this thing apart, refurbish it. I'm gonna take this old fuel out of this too, because it was one that I found and I think it had a little gasoline mixed in it. But I do have some fresh Coleman fuel, so I'm gonna put fresh fuel in it, see what happens. And this thing is keeping air in it. I thought it was shooting air back. I was afraid I might have had a bad check valve down in there, but I think it's alright. I'm gonna go clean this globe up real quick and come back, start taking this thing apart and refurbishing. I may not have to take it slap apart or nothing, but I'll be back in just a minute and we'll get started on it. Alright, y'all. I went and got me some apple cider vinegar to put in this gas tank, and so I'm gonna have to let that set overnight. I'm just gonna take this thing apart, being how it's rusted out. Go ahead and take it apart and give it a good decent cleaning and sand down, and I'll just go from there. And as you can tell, I have not took one of these apart in years. Probably have to get that ½ inch. That's 16 plus. Take the whole thing apart, I reckon. Tell you what, I'm not going to record every single thing I'm doing, but as I get to another step, I'll turn it back on and record a little bit. I try not to make these videos too long for y'all. Alright, I got this off. I have to take this little assembly here off. I don't know what you call all this stuff, but it hooks on there, and I think that cleaner pushes up and down, pushes that rod up in there and cleans the tip out of it. So got that part out, got that. Now I got to take the little cleaner deal off itself. You know what, I think I'm gonna do this first. Maybe. Yeah. Take this little knob off. Trying to keep in frame for y'all. That's one of my hardest things, is keep everything in frame, so y'all can tell what I'm doing. Get my bucket. Alright, get the knob off. Still gonna have to Take this little cleaning handle off. Alright, again, I'm going to cut it off for a little bit. Alright, I got this part out. I didn't have to unscrew that clean out lever, so I'm going to put that back on. I just took the knob off this side, unscrewed that out of there all the way, and now I got to get this off of here, and I'll probably go ahead and clean up the tank. I might go ahead and clean that up and paint it and everything, and then let it soak overnight. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but put the lid back on here. This deal here with all the directions on it, somebody's painted it before. I'd love to get that paint off of there without scraping all the everything else off of there, but I kind of doubt I'll be able to do that. I'd love to keep that as original as possible anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and be cleaning up this stuff. Clean up that plate good. Just do a good general cleanup on it right quick. Sand down on this thing. Oh, that's some work to be done on all that. So I'll get back to you in a little bit. Alright, I got this old thing apart. Finally got that off. Cleaned it up pretty good, which I'm not going to paint that part there. But got the old tank pretty sanded down, cleaned up, cleaned off that pump. Got all the green paint off of it, but I wasn't able to get it all off the cap. I'll probably just paint it back green. Got the bottom cleaned up. You can tell it's a 1978 if you can see that right there. 778. But got that ready. Like I say, I ain't trying to make it mint condition or anything like that, but this right here is what's going to be a lot of work, a lot of sanding. So I'm just going to sit here and work on this a while. Mainly just get all the rust off of it. Get it ready to go back with that silver paint. And I wasn't able to save that. Had the paint on it, so I just smooth it around. I'll probably just paint that too. So paint it the same color as that. Like I say, I know how to work it anyway. But alright, I'll be sanding on this for a while, and I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Alright folks, I have spent the better part of about an hour and a half maybe going to town on this thing with them wire brushes. Went to Dollar General and got me a couple of 2 or 3 wire brushes, little pack, $2. And I got my big one. I've been going to town, and sandpaper and everything else too. But get things ready to paint. Got the top cleaned up, it's ready to paint. I think I'm gonna go green on the outside and gray on the inside on this thing. I don't know, we'll see. So that's gonna get hot right there. Little plate for this thing. This thing is ready to paint. It had a lot of rust. I tell you, it's gonna be pitted where all that rust was, but it's gonna look a whole lot better than it did. I know that. That piece there was stopped up with the air. It was down in there like that. This is ready to paint. Got the tank ready to paint. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that. Take this plunger out of here, stick something in the holes to cover it up. I'm going to paint this and get it ready. Then I'm going to sit here and let it soak all night with the apple cider vinegar. And this thing's going to be ready to roll, I believe. I do believe. So I'm going to get set up and we're going to do some painting. Good first coat on that. I know this is a little lighter green. Alright. Try that out. Let them dry. How's that look? Alright folks, I'm back. It is Sunday. I let that tank sit all night. Don't you see all the rust come out of that thing? Apple cider vinegar. They still much down in there, but it's all loose. I gotta wash it out. I got some, I doubt you can see that. I'm just take my baking soda there and pour in there with some water and rinse it all out real good. That baking soda will neutralize that apple cider acid, and then I'll put me a little alcohol in there to dry it out. Then we'll put this thing back together, but I'll be back shortly. Alright, I come back. I washed that tank out a bunch of times. Still got a little bit of rust in it. You should have seen all the rust come out of that bad boy. And I filled it back up with vinegar. I'm going to let it sit a little while longer. There ain't much left in it. if there is, but I want to make sure I get every bit of it out. I've been taking this central piece here out apart, took the generator, cleaned it up real good. I'm going to paint this little piece here silver like the rest of that, because it does set up through there like that. And cleaned all the gunk out of the very end of it, pulled the cleaning shaft out of it, but it was hard to get back in there, so I'm not going to pull it out again. But that's all cleaned out. I'm going to shoot a little bit of paint on that, which I'm going to cover that up good so it don't get no paint in it. And the pickup that goes down in the tank, cleaned that out real good, pulled that needle out also, got it all cleaned up real good, and going to go back together with this right here. So I'm just killing time till get that vinegar a little bit more time to work in there, finish cleaning that tank out, and get back to you in a little bit. Alright, I think I got this thing about ready to go now. Gotta get it in frame, Henry. Alright, I did paint the little generator. It's a little bent. I don't know what's up with that, but got to hook this little deal here. Now if I can get a hold of it. Be careful with this thing. You bend that little bitty, goes in that little hole right there. Alright. Alright. I went ahead and put this on here already, but I think that is ready. See that little cleanup pin coming up and down right there? That's good. Alright. I'm hoping this is the way it come apart. Trying to get it where y'all can see this. Make sure this goes up in the hole here. But this way. Hoping that is up in there right. That little generator goes up in this tube here. Alright, I missed something. Got this deal here, goes down in there to hold it on. Let's see if this thing appears to be level. I hope. I need 7/16, I believe. Alright, this might take a little while. I'm going to turn it off and then come back. Alright, got it back on there. I had to take it back off the generator to put that little locking nut down there to keep that little plate on. And got it back on there. Looks good. Then I had to loosen it up again to make sure this was straight, and that was on there right. So got it all on there. I put the pump back in. Y'all seen me do that a couple of times, so I went ahead and did that and put the knob back on, and everything is working as it should, I do believe. So now all I gotta do, and I ain't got no spare parts left over, that's the thing to hold the top on. So I ain't got no spare parts over here. That's a good thing. But alright, I'm gonna go wash the globe up real good. I haven't done that yet. Stick some fuel in this thing, put the mantles on, and we'll take it out and crank this mug up. Be back in just a minute. Alright, got the old globe cleaned up. That's the only thing that does say Coleman on it anymore. I ain't put the mantles on yet. I just want to see what it looks like together. Got the top. I did spray the inside of this top with the 1200 degree paint. But alright. That thing looks 150% better than it did, y'all. Put some tie mantles on, put some fuel in it, pump it up, and I'll take y'all outside and we'll fire it up. We're going to do it outside because I've had fuel and everything else leaking all over the place on this desk, so I better not light it in here. Alright folks, so this is the moment of truth. I had to get out of that shed, get out here, and the wind's blowing. It rained a while ago and now the sun's out and the wind's blowing like crazy. But I done pumped it up 30 times and I'm just going to ease it on. I don't know if any fuel came. I don't know, y'all. She don't seem to be fueling up. I know that lever's got to be down because last time I was trying to get it with it up. I do not know. I'll come back in a minute. Alright, I'm going to try this again, y'all. I had to take that little generator off again because I believe where it hooks on to the little rod that cleans the end, it had come loose when I put it together. So I got that back on there. I believe it's on there now. If you believe it or not, I did it without breaking the mantle. As bad as this wind's blowing, I apologize for the wind again. So we're going to try it again right quick. And I hope that was the problem. I hear fuel. And of course the ladder ain't going to light now. Wow. Alright, well, got that fuel out there anyway. Alright, we got fuel going anyway. This wind is blowing so dang bad. This sure ain't going right though, is it? Yeah, I'm turning that off. Well, it looks like it did blow a mantle. Alright. It did blow a hole in that mantle though, but hey, look at there. Yes sir. That's what I was looking for. You had to work out some kinks to get the fuel flowing right, but I believe that got it. That's about wide open right there. I sure wish this wind would die down. Alright y'all, I'm calling that a success. Even though it blew my mantle out, or I did that one. But alright. There she glows. Looking good from top to bottom. I'm gonna call that a success, y'all. 150 times better than it was. I thank y'all for watching. I hope this does help somebody who wants to repair one of these old things. And I thank y'all for watching. If y'all would, please hit like and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I appreciate if you've seen it burning and you watched the whole video. I thank you for that. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Sorry again for all this wind.